Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is back close to 20k. Is this bullish yet? Well, at least not yet. We talk about what that means. My current view is still that we are going to see here lower lows. It's not, Bitcoin at the moment, as I said before, we don't have a highly reliable pattern. So theoretically, this could morph into anything from here. But it would be better for the chart also visually and how it looks and from the proportions to make one more low, and that is what everything is pointing towards at the moment. Even if we push a little bit higher, as long as we stay within this larger green area that I flagged up now many times, which goes all the way up to 22.1k, oops, didn't want to do that. As long as we're doing that, we don't get into a bullish wave pattern. So below 22.1k, we are still predominantly bearish. At 22.1k, this assumption or the context of the chart flips bullish. And I think it is very, very important to understand at which level you get these changes of context from bearish to bullish, from bullish to bearish, because just because we go a little bit higher here doesn't mean we're suddenly bullish. There are certain levels from where you can assume that the overall context of a chart goes from a bearish point of view into a bullish point of view, and that for me is a 22.1k level. Until we get above that, I would most likely count all of the movements that go up here as corrective. And overall, what you need to see here generally on this chart, this is my general assumption that we are coming down here in 5 waves. Always need to repeat that here in the beginning of the video briefly, because the assumption hasn't changed. Just to make everybody who's new also aware, the assumption is we want to see 5 waves to the downside in an ending diagonal pattern where we can see or count all the subwaves as a 3-wave structure each. We're now in the 3rd wave as per this scenario, and in the 3rd wave we've got a wave A, we've got a wave B, and assumption still is that we are in a wave C to the downside. Now if I zoom in this wave C, it looks like we have already done the wave 1, we have already done the wave 2, and we're now in the 3rd wave down, in which we have done already a wave 1 and a wave 2, because the 3rd wave also has a 1-2 pattern. Now this is getting a little bit less likely now, because we have pushed briefly all the way up to 20,160. As you can see, this 1-2 setup is still valid as long as we stay below 20,170. So we did not invalidate it. We saw a bit of a reaction, but not really a strong one, and it might very well be that we break it. So if we invalidate this 1-2 setup, which count do we go with? As you know, as I said, we've got a few key breakout points. We've got here the $20,000 level basically, then 20,400. If we get above 20,000 and then also 20,400, we have space to get to play in this green area. Okay. My best take would then be, my best assessment of this would be that we didn't have an A, B, C pattern here, in which we are currently in the wave C. My view would be that we are currently in a, let me think that through a W, X, and then we've got a Y wave up here, and that in the Y wave we've done a wave A, a B, and this is a C wave to the upside. Now I need some time to sketch this out properly. We'll probably do in advance or before the next video, and we'll probably know more as well. But to bring that properly on the chart, I need to see a little bit more price action. I want to see where we're going. But I can give you a target for that wave C already. So if we assume this is really the case, then we can take a measurement here to the high, to the low with a Fibonacci extension tool, and a key target. We've got 2 key targets then here. So we get the target here of the A to C 1-to-1 ratio, and that would take us first of all to $20,700. And the next target would be 21,760. That is the 1.618 Fib extension. And these are 2 valid targets, and they all are in the green area, which means, as I said before, any move in this green area could just be corrective, and we will then see a move down. And this is the scenario that, if this is playing out, this could be very well the scenario where Bitcoin is again a bit slower, but Ethereum might actually already push to the upside, and Ethereum might actually do that wave 3 that we talked about, while Bitcoin is just a bit slow, going up a little bit, and Ethereum could push, because a lot of people ask me, Ethereum, how can Ethereum go up while Bitcoin is still expected to make lower lows, and I always say, well, first of all, it's not guaranteed that Bitcoin makes lower lows, and because very well the low could be in. I acknowledge that possibility, even though there is currently no evidence for that. So we need to have an open mind with Bitcoin. It's not a very reliable pattern here, but I think it's important to know when the chart flips from bearish to bullish, which again will be at 22.1k. But then also, Bitcoin these charts have decoupled, probably to a degree that I have never seen before, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin massively on the upside at the moment, and this could play out again. Bitcoin could just move up maybe to 22k, while Ethereum is putting its wave 3 in. You know what I'm talking about if you've watched the Ethereum videos. So point here is that wave 1-2 setup, the fact that, or the assumption that we are in the wave C to the downside, will be invalidated above 20,190, was it? No, 170. And if that's the case, I will assume we are in a wave Y to the upside. In that, we could get to that 20,600 or the 21,000. Let's just double check that. Talk too much, didn't really look at the chart. Targets would then be 20,700, the 1-to-1 ratio, and 21,780, plus minus a few dollars, because there's always inaccuracies between different exchanges. This is the other possibility, where we are counting it a little bit different. It's even easier to apply that assumption on this chart. This is the alternative possibility, where we're also expecting another low for Bitcoin. But here we've already done the wave 1, we've done the wave 2, we've done the wave 3. We are now, in that scenario, we would still be in a wave 4 and would then come down in a wave 5 next. And in this wave 4 then, which at the moment I assume is finished, but if we push above that level, above that 20,170 level, I will probably move the wave 4 across and say that this wave Y was never finished, and the targets are the same as on the other charts. Okay, so yeah, that is extremely interesting. Bitcoin pushing a little bit higher. Let's see how high we go. I think I made clear all the invalidation points here. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.